Hello soulmates, welcome back again to the channel. Today my name is Jenny. So today's video I'm going to be showing you guys on how to cut and sew this beautiful straight palazzo trouser. I was asked to share the sewing and the cutting tutorial for the trouser, and here it is, guys. So if this interests you guys, don't forget to subscribe, like and share this video. Without wasting your time, let's get into it. Welcome back again, soulmates. So here with me I have my fabric, and this is a crepe fabric. I have about 2 yards of this fabric. That is what I'm going to be using for the cutting of the trouser. So I folded it into two like so, because we're going to be cutting out the front piece first. The first thing I did is to mark out the starting line, and this is the measurements we are going to be working with. This is for a client, okay? So the last tutorial we did was the blouse, and today we are cutting out the trouser. Because this trouser is going to have a band of 1.5 inches, I'm simply going to subtract the 1.5 inches, placing it on the starting line like so, and I'm going to mark the crotch line of this person. The crotch line of this person is 12 inches. To get your crotch line, what you simply have to do is to divide your hip measurement by 4, then you add 2 inches extra to it, okay? So that is what I did. The quarter of the hip measurement of this person is 10 inches. Then I added 2 inches to that, making 12 inches for the crotch. And to get the hip length, what I'm going to do is to go up by 2 inches from the crotch line like so to get the hip line, okay? After doing that, the next thing I'm going to do is to place my tape like so to get the trouser length. Also remember to subtract the 1.5 inches for the band when marking out your trouser length. This tutorial is very simple and easy to follow, okay? The trouser length of my client is 14 inches, so I'm going to just mark 40 inches. Then I'm going to add extra 1 inch for the folding allowance at the bottom part, okay? So I'm just going to mark 1 inch at the bottom part for the folding allowance. Coming over to the hip line, what I'm going to do is to place the quarter of the hip measurement of this person, which is 10. Then I'm going to add 1 inch for ease, okay? So I'm just going to add 1 inch for ease. You can add ½ inch for ease if you want. So whatsoever I mark on the hip line, I'm also going to mark the same on the crotch line, and also the same on the waistline, okay, to form a straight line. So after doing that, I'm just going to rule my straight line like so. So I'm just going to rule it like this, okay? After doing that, I'm going to divide the hip of this person by 16, and when I did so, I got 2.5 inches, and that is what I marked for the crotch extension, okay? And at the waist area, I'm also going to go in by ½ inch like this, okay? Just watch what I'm doing. Then I'm going to connect it back to the hip area. I'm also going to place 1.25 at this angle towards the crotch line. I'm going to place 1.25 like so to give me a perfect curve at this area, okay? So you need a very good curve at the crotch extension area, okay? And I'm going to curve it out like this. The next thing I'm going to do now is to get the quarter of the waist measurement of my client, and I'm going to place it here. Then I'm going to add extra ½ inch for sewing allowance, okay? This is to be at the safer side, so I'm just going to add extra ½ inch for sewing allowance. Then I'm going to just connect it all the way to the hip area. Get the midpoint of this crotch area. You can see the way I'm placing my tape. So I'm just going to get a midpoint of this crotch area. That is what we call the crease line. Then I'm going to just mark the crease line all the way to the bottom part of this trouser, okay? So just mark the crease line all the way to the bottom part of this trouser. I actually want it to be a bit free at the bottom part, and that is why I did not use the nail measurement of this person. So I actually want it to be free. The next thing I'm going to do is to subtract 2 inches from the total of what I have on the crotch line. I think I have 14 inches, so I'm going to subtract 2 inches from that. I don't want it to be too free. I just want it to be a little free at the bottom part, okay? I will be left with 12 inches. So that 12 inches, I'm going to divide it into 2, because we have the crease line at the middle. So I'm going to place 6 inches towards this part and 6 inches towards this part. I hope you understand what I'm doing. Then after marking it on this part, I'm also going to mark it at the bottom part. So coming over to the bottom part, I'm actually going to do the same thing I did on the knee area. I will just extend the squeeze line all the way down here. Then I'm going to mark the 6 inches at both sides of the crease line. So after doing that, feel free to connect it properly, okay? Just connect it all the way to the bottom part of the trouser, just like the way you see me doing. So that is all for the cutting of the front piece. So I'm just going to cut this out like this. So just watch carefully the way I'm cutting it, okay? At the waist area towards the side, I'm going to go in by 1.5 inches. Then I'll come down by 7 inches because this is going to have a side pocket, okay? I'm not going to cut it out yet because we are going to be using the front piece in cutting the back piece. Coming over to the back piece, I've gone ahead to fold my fabric into two. Okay, so make sure the fabric for the back piece is actually bigger than that of the front. I placed the front piece on it like this. I'm going to extend this line like this. Okay, then I'm going to mark 2 inches at that part. So that is going to be for the back crotch extension. Then coming over to the waist area also, I'm going to mark 2 inches for my sewing allowance at this part like this, okay? I'm going to place my tape upward like this, and I'm going to mark 1.5 inches, okay? So if you have a smaller butt, you can go ahead and make use of 1 inch. So for me, I'm making use of 1.5 inches, okay? Then I'll also add my sewing allowance at this part. You can see this crotch area part, I'm adding my 2 inches stitching allowance, and I'm also going to be connecting it all the way like this, okay, to get my crotch for the back. So coming over to the back area, I want the back area to have like a dart, okay? I don't want the front to have a dart, so I want the back to have a dart. Then I'm going to mark 1 inch for the dart, you can see. Then after marking this 1 inch, I'm going to connect it all the way to the hip area like this, okay? Just connect it all the way to the hip area. Then after connecting it, I'm also going to connect this upper part all the way to the side, just like this. So make sure the side of the front and the back are the same. The next thing I'm going to do now is to add my sewing allowance of 2 inches on this part, and I'm going to take it all the way to the bottom part of this trouser, okay? So I'm just going to be adding 2 inches all the way to the bottom part of this trouser. After doing that, the next thing I'm going to do is to cut this out. So before cutting out this part, I'm going to be adding 1 inch for the zip allowance at the back, because the back is going to be having a zip allowance. I'm just going to mark 1 inch outward like this for the zip allowance at the back. So after doing that, I'll go ahead now and cut it out. So guys, after cutting it out, you can see what we are having now. The next thing I'm going to do is to get the particular place where I'm going to be placing the dart. Okay, so I'm just going to mark out where I'm going to be placing my dart at the back using the front piece. Simply divide the waist area of the front piece into two, then you notch it at the back area. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do now is to cut out the pockets. Okay, so I'm just going to cut out the pocket like this. For the pocket length, you can make use of 6 inches instead of 7 inches. Okay, so guys, I've gone ahead to cut out the pocket, and this is what we are having. The length of the pocket is 11 inches and the width of the pocket on fold is 7 inches. So I cut out two of it and I'm going to be placing them together like this. Okay, so place them together right side facing each other. I'm going to bring out the front piece, but before then I will just hold these two pockets with my pin to avoid it moving all around. Okay, so after doing that, guys, place the front piece on one of the side like this, the open side of the pockets, then cut out the shape of the pocket like this. You can see what I'm doing. If you don't understand what I'm saying, please just watch what I'm doing. Then cut out the pocket. So after doing that, this is what we are having. Make sure to indicate the wrong side of the fabric and also the right side of the fabric. The next thing now to do is to place the pockets like this, right side facing on the front piece. Then you go ahead and stitch up this part, okay, and also top stitch it. So guys, I've gone ahead to stitch up the part and I've also make my top stitch. And also don't forget to make your notches at this part. Okay, this will help the pockets relax properly. So after doing that, this is what we are having. So I'm just going to get the other side of the pocket and I'm going to fold it this way. So you can see the way I'm doing it. I'm folding it towards the wrong side of the front piece. Okay, so you can see what we are having. When I turn it to the front, you can see what we are having now. Remember, we shaped the side of the front piece, so I'm going to use this little piece to shape it back the way it was before. Okay, so this is very simple. And after doing that, I'm going to just turn the pocket at the bottom part like this. Then I'll just stitch it down. So make sure you turn it inward and stitch it down. And I'll also stitch up the top part of this pocket like this. So if you don't understand what I'm actually doing at this area, don't worry, I'm going to make more detailed tutorial concerning this. I'm actually running out of time because the client wants this immediately. I just decided to film the tutorial for the trouser for those of you that have been asking for the tutorial. Okay, so just pardon me. So guys, after stitching down the pocket, this is what we are having, is to place the other front piece on the other one. Then I'm going to stitch up the crotch area. Okay, and I'll also stitch down the side of the front and the back piece together by 1 inch. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do now is to open up the trouser like this. So make sure the both front piece are together and the both back piece are together like this. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is to place the body measurement of this person. Okay, make sure you open up your trouser just like this. So divide your waist measurement into two. The waist measurement of this person is 30 divided by 2 gives me 15 inches. So that is what you see me placing like this. From the stitching allowance at the crotch area of the front, that is where I'm placing my tape. Now coming down to the hip area, also place the half of the person's hip measurement on that part. The hip measurement of this person is 40 inches. Divided by 2, I have 20 inches plus half inch. So ease, I'm going to just mark it like this, okay, on this area. Coming over to the crotch extension area, I'm going to also come down by half inch like this. You can see this is how I'm going to stitch it down. I'm going to just connect all the points together all the way to the waist area, just like this. Then I'll go ahead now and stitch it down. After stitching down your hip and your waist area, go ahead and stitch down the crotch area and the inseam of this trouser, and also fold the bottom part of the trouser. Okay, I'm so sorry I lost some of the clips for this video. Like I said earlier, I'm going to make more detailed tutorial on this trouser. Okay, So guys, this is what the trouser is looking like. I hope it's beautiful. If you enjoyed this tutorial, don't forget to subscribe, like and share this video. See you in the next one. Bye bye.